Hey, I'm Craig, and today for the Surfboard Guide, we're going to check out the Psycho Nitro by JS Industries. We're going to check it out in the PU technology and also JS's Hyfi technology. Have been riding a stock 5.7s, and they come in at 5.7 by 20 by 2 and 9/16 and exactly 31.3 litres. So looking over the Psycho Nitro, there's been a few kind of versions with JS like the Nitro and stuff that have come before this. I think this model up until around 2018 actually had like a bump flyer on the side which they've wiped off and narrowed the tail a little bit. And the Psycho Nitro is my kind of board. Living in Sydney, Australia, we get pretty average waves most of the time. You know, there's a few good days here and there, but boards like this, you can almost ride around 90% of the time, so I froth out on checking them out. Flipping over the Psycho Nitro, it's actually got quite an interesting bottom. They've put a rolled V through the front of the board just to break some water because it's quite flat. There's a single concave through the centre, a double through the fins, and then a V out the tail. So I got these two Psycho Nitros a little while ago. I've been riding both of them. I actually got on the PU first, and I checked it out in the thruster setup. That felt really good. I tried it with a quad and a twin fin. It felt pretty good. I was really enjoying the board. For some reason, I held off surfing this. I got on the Hyfi, and the PU didn't really get a look in again. Like I said, I love these type of boards. Heaps of fun. We get pretty average waves living in Sydney, and you can pretty much surf these the majority of the time. Like, it's rare that we're getting decent waves over kind of 4 foot, so overhead. So you can surf this in almost anything. We've been also kind of coming into summer, we've been getting some kind of little wind swells like shories and reforms and stuff, and this thing has absolutely eaten it up. What I've really enjoyed is the Psycho Nitro's got a fairly flat rocker. There's just a bit of nose lift and a little bit of tail lift, but it just it doesn't feel like an overly flat board. And at 31.3 litres, it's got a little bit more foam than I would ride on my sort of short boards. But it doesn't feel that big, but it paddles really well. And also that volume kind of keeps pace across flat sections and keeps a lot of speed down the line. So it's absolutely epic. What I also enjoyed about the Psycho Nitro, when I was saying you kind of surf it in a whole variety of conditions, it says that it has a full rail, but up towards the front of the board, when you're actually trying to bury a rail through a turn, it doesn't feel that full. It feels like it actually drops quite a bit, and it buries into the water nice and easily. So there actually is like a bit of beef under your back foot and through the centre, but it just doesn't feel that full through here, and you can actually get it in the water and do some decent turns like you would on like a performance shortboard, but still have all the benefits of a smaller, you know, kind of more volume fun board. So that's been absolutely epic. Like I said with the Psycho Nitro, I surfed with a whole bunch of different fin setups. In the PU, I first tried the Kolohe Andinos in the thruster setup. It felt pretty good. The first surf I had was like kind of a 3 foot day, so it was more of almost a shortboard surf, and that felt good. It felt like it had nice little paddling waves and stuff, but you could still surf it like a shortboard. I tried it in like a quad and then a twin fin, but then when I actually got this MR twin fin set with the stabilizer in the Hyfi, this just felt absolutely mental. And we had a few people comment on our Instagram because I put a shot up of the board and those fins a while ago, and people said they'd had this set up and they found it really hard to get off, and I completely agree. But like I said, the thruster felt really good. It gave it more of a shortboard feel. And the quads felt good as well. In some really small stuff, they gave it a bit of extra speed and drive. But the 2+1 with the Mark Richards twin fin plus stabilizer, that felt absolutely mental. And I felt in this board where you're going to surf it from kind of, you know, knee high to overhead, pretty much, you know, if you live in like a suburban area, pretty much any beach break conditions you get, this felt absolutely perfect. I thought there'd be limitations to this fin setup, but I really couldn't find them, and this was absolutely epic. The Psycho Nitro is 31.3 litres. In a shortboard, I kind of tend now for around 30 litres, give or take. and this just sits above it a little bit. If you're looking at a Psycho Nitro, I was actually looking at the 5.6, which I think was around 30.6 or something like that, and this was 31.3. I'm really happy I went with this one. If you're looking at the Psycho Nitro, I'd probably look at adding like a litre to 2 above your kind of general shortboard volumes. Just going to give you a little bit of extra paddle power, give you a bit of speed and pace in when you're going to surf in generally some probably pretty average waves. And like I said, through the roll three for the nose and that kind of nice route at the front here, you can still surf it like a shortboard, so a bit of extra volume isn't going to kind of limit you at any of your surfing at all. Overall, I've absolutely loved the Psycho Nitro. It's been heaps of fun to surf, and like I said, I checked out the PU and that felt really good, but when I got on the Hyfi, it felt absolutely amazing, and the PU, like I said, didn't really get another look in. It was a great board, but this was just that little bit better, and I found it really hard to get off. Look, if you've checked one out before, why don't you comment below and let us know what you think of it. If you haven't checked one out, hopefully get a chance. Put one under your arm, get it in the water. The thing feels absolutely amazing. Thanks so much for watching.